good day to everyone. So welcome to our channel. So our topic for today is all about properties of logarithm. The different properties of logarithm were derived from the different laws of exponent. Since ang inverse ng exponent o exponential function, exponential equation is logarithmic equation or function. So now we have 8 properties of logarithm. So let's proceed to the first property. So let me read. The logarithm of 1 to any base is equal to 0 in symbols. That is, logarithm of 1 to the base of x equals 0. So let's take some examples. So we have 3 examples here. So let's proceed to letter A. Letter A is logarithm of 1 to the base 15. So since logarithm of 1, so according to the first property, logarithm of 1 to any base, it is equal to 0. So the answer is 0. And then letter B, logarithm of 1 to the base pi, 0 also. And lastly, logarithm of 1 to the base 1/4 equals 0. So kahit 1 million, kahit letters yan, okay? Pagka logarithm of 1 to any base, it should be equal to 0. And now let's proceed to the second property of logarithm. So let me read. The logarithm of a to the base a is equal to 1 in symbols. That is, logarithm of a to the base a equals 1. So pag same lang to, logarithm of a to the base a, same lang siya, equals to 1 yon. So let's take some examples. So we have 3 examples here. So logarithm of 4 to the base 4 equals to 1. Logarithm of 1/3 to the base 1/3 equals to 1. Logarithm of 9 to the base n equals to 1. So now let's proceed to the third property. So let me read. The logarithm of a raised to x to the base a is equal to x in symbols. That is, logarithm of a raised to x to the base a equals to x. So let's take some examples. So we have three examples here. So let's proceed to letter A. So logarithm of 4 to the raised to 3 to the base 4 equals 3. Another one. So logarithm of 5 raised to negative 4 to the base 5 equals negative 4. And last, logarithm of 2 raised to 9 to the base 2 equals to 9. So now let's proceed to the fourth property. So the logarithm of a to the base a raised to x is equal to 1 over x in symbols. That is, logarithm of a to the base a raised to x equals 1 over x. So let's take some examples. So we have 3 examples here. So the logarithm of 5 to the base 5 raised to 2 or 5 squared. So the answer is 1 over 2. Since yung exponent ng base is 2. Then, let's proceed to letter B. Logarithm of 10 to the base 10,000. So, meron ditong problem. May problem tayo. Ang base niya ay hindi naka-exponential form. Hindi katulad nitong number 1 na 5 squared. Siya ay 10,000 lang. Okay? So, now, i-change natin siya into exponential form with the base 10. Since yung based on the definition, itong a, logarithm of a to the base a raised to x. So, same lang siya. O, kung dito naman, so gagawin natin itong 10, that's yung base itong 10,000, i-change natin siya into exponential form with the base 10. So, 10 raised to, what do you think? Raised to 3. So, kung raised to 3 lang, 1,000 lang yun. So, raised to 4 is 10,000. So, we have a new equation, which is logarithm of 10 to the base 10 raised to 4. And then, our final answer is 1 over 4. And now, let's proceed to the third example, which which is nabubulo na, no? Logarithm of 6 to the base 216. So, same lang siya ng letter B. So, change natin yung 216 into exponential form with the base 6. So, 6 raised to 3 yan. Okay? 6 raised to 3. So, we have new equation here. So, logarithm of 6 to the base 6 raised to 3. So, our final answer is 1 over 3. So, for our fifth property, which is the logarithm of a product. So, here is the definition. So, the logarithm of the product of m and n to the base a is equal to the sum of logarithms of m and n to the base a. In symbols, that is, logarithm of m times n raised to a equals logarithm of m to the base a plus logarithm of n to the base a. So, kapag product, ipagpa-plus lang siya. So, let's take some examples for the fifth property of logarithm, which is the logarithm of a product. So, we have here logarithm of 3x to the base 2. So, gagawin natin, ganito lang, simple lang. So, kasi ang sabi to the sum. So, the logarithm of m and n is equals to the base a is equals to logarithm of m and n to the base a. So, ganito lang siya. Kung logarithm of 3x to the base 2. So, we have logarithm of 3 to the base 2 plus logarithm of x to the base 2. That's the final answer. That's simple, okay? So, let's proceed to letter B. We have here logarithm of 5 multiplied by 4 to the base 3. So, simple as that. So, logarithm of 5 to the base 3 plus logarithm of 4 to the base 3. And then another one. So, we have here logarithm of 2x minus 1 multiplied by 3x plus 5 to the base 4. So, paghiwalay lang natin, then lagyan ng plus. So, logarithm of 2x minus 1, don't forget the parenthesis, to the base 4 plus logarithm of 3x plus 5 to the base 4. That's the final answer. So, for our sixth property, which is the logarithm of a quotient. So, here is the definition. The logarithm of the quotient of m over n to the base a is equal to the difference of the logarithms m and n to the base a. In symbols, we have here logarithm of m over n to the base a equals logarithm of m to the base a minus logarithm of n to the base a. So, let's take some examples for the sixth property of logarithm, which is the logarithm of a quotient. So, letter A, we have logarithm of x divided by y, o x over y to the base 2. So, simple lang yan. Ganito lang siya. So, magiging logarithm of x to the base 2 minus logarithm of y to the base 2. That's the final answer. Another one, we have logarithm of 3/4 to the base 5. So, we have here logarithm of 3 to the base 5 minus logarithm of 4 to the base 5. Okay? Next, letter C, logarithm of 15 over x to the base 6. So, logarithm, our answer is logarithm of 15 to the base 6 minus logarithm of x to the base 6. That's the final answer. And now let's proceed to the seventh property, or second to the last, the logarithm of power. Since we have 8 properties of logarithm, so second to the last. So the logarithm of a power is described by this equation. Logarithm of m raised to n to the base a equals n logarithm of m to the base a. So, let's take some examples. So, we have here logarithm of 4 raised to 3 to the base 5. Okay? So, our answer is 3 logarithm of 4 to the base 5. Okay, yung exponent ni 4, which is yung 3, nilagay lang sa kabilang ibayo. Ganun lang kadali. So, for letter B, we have logarithm of x squared to the base 6. So, i-change natin yan based on the logarithm of power. Okay? So, we have 2 logarithm of x to the base 6. And last, letter C, we have 9 logarithm of 2 to the base 7. And our last property, the eighth property, or the logarithm of a root. So the logarithm of a root is described by the equation. So logarithm of nth root of m to the base a equals logarithm of m to the base a all over n. So let's take some examples. So we have here logarithm of cube root of x to the base 2. So rewrite lang natin siya based on the equation. Okay, so logarithm of x to the base 2 all over 3. So the index, okay, the index of the radical sign, yun yung nasa denominator ng answer. Okay, so another one, so we have here logarithm of 4th root of 25 to the base 5. So rewrite natin siya based on the logarithm of a root. Okay, so logarithm of 25 to the base 5 over 4. And last, logarithm of square root of y to the base 2. So since square root siya, ang index niya ay 2. Then rewrite natin, so logarithm of y to the base 2 all over 2. So, thank you for listening. If you have some questions, comments, and clarifications, just comment down. And don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you.